Good morning. I am Michelle with From 9 to Thrive, and today is Workshop Wednesday. So, today we're talking about build your business. So, if you've been following along on our workshops, this is step number 6. So, whether or not you've already launched with savings that you've had, or you've been able to convince friends or family or the bank or an investor to give you funding, now we are ready to go to market and build your business and put it out there. So, no matter where you are in terms of your business and where you've been and what you're trying to do, a successful launch is important. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients who have launched something and it just went to crickets. Nobody answered, nobody was out there. And personally, it's happened to me too. And so you want to make sure that you have all of these steps and pieces in place for your foundation. So when you launch and you build your business and start to put it out there, you've got a good base to build from. So here's what I want you to do. Here's kind of your checklist. First and foremost, here's the guide to make sure you've built your foundation right. Finalize your product or service. Really hone in on what are you offering? Do you have it in inventory? Is it a print on demand? What is it? Have you honed it in what it is? What's your service? If you're a service industry, I'm coaching. I'm offering 45, like I do. I coach you guys. I offer 45, 60 minutes, and then a coaching package. So I have that all set up. And make sure it's polished and it looks good and it's very clear when people go to your page or see your what it is, they know what you're offering. Create your launch plan. I'm not really good at this in terms of what I've done in the past, but I'm getting much better. And I actually coach people far better than what I do on my own. But you need to develop a clear marketing plan. Remember, marketing puts your idea in front of people. Sales is what converts those people to buy your service or your product. So are you going to be doing social media campaigns, an email campaign? What are you going to do? An actual event? If you're doing brick and mortar, are you going to let the chamber know you're there? What is your plan, and make sure you've put it in action. Build up anticipation. Drop little snippets of, hey, can't wait for this to happen. Can't wait for you to be part of this. You just want to build up that anticipation. Do those teasers, do a little bit of previews, sneak behind the scenes, peeks of what it is, opening boxes, talking about what you're going to be offering. Test your operations. I can't stress this enough. Make sure if you're doing payments online that it works. Make sure if you're doing, like on my coaching, you can go in and schedule your time. I've tested it and to the best of my ability, and until somebody tells me that there's an issue, I'm good to go. And I can take payments and I can handle the traffic and all of that. And last, know what you're going to be tracking. Know your metrics that you're going to be tracking. So those are called KPIs, key performance indicators. And, how much does it cost to get you a customer if that's important? What are your sales targets so that you can hit your numbers on an income to cover your expenses? Or how much income do you need to make so that you can escape your 9 to 5? Or are you going to be tracking website traffic? Or are you going to be tracking multiple things? Set that up so that you are ready to know what your benchmarks are and if you're getting close. And what do you need to, I'm not hitting my sales. What do I need to do to fix that? So now you put together kind of those key foundation things. So you're ready to launch, right? First and foremost, what I can't stress enough is make sure that you are properly registered with your state. Make sure that if you have to have, submit sales tax, that you have that all set up, that the state knows you exist, that you are a real organized company. I had a client who didn't follow my advice and didn't work with an accountant, tried to do it all on their own, and didn't realize that they owed sales tax. And so the state came back and said, hey, you owe a sales tax. So make sure you have all those processes in place and set up. Set up a system to track your income and your expenses. I can't tell you, don't walk into your accountant come January with a shoebox and dump it out. You want to be able to, if it's, on a spreadsheet, if it's a Google sheet, an Excel sheet, if it's, those old fashioned green and, white paper, ledger papers, or whatever your system is, QuickBooks, whatever, make sure you've got a system in place that you can easily track what you need to track. Again, going back, sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Again, if you are taking payment, make sure you're set up right. If you're working through Stripe or you're working through PayPal, make sure they know that you're a business, or if you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, make sure you have your tax numbers in there right. If you're selling something on Etsy, make sure you have your tax forms done right. Make sure that everything's set up and it's going into the account that you need it to go into. And I can't stress this enough, especially if you're doing a physical product. Packaging, that shouldn't be a second thought. It shouldn't be ultra expensive, but make sure you've got your packaging in place. If you're going to ship it, what do your boxes look like? What's that unboxing for your customer see and feel like? And make sure your website's set up, your socials are set up, and that you check in on those every day, or at least every other day, to make sure what people are seeing. And then finally, here's my last tip. It's highly recommended that you tell everybody what you're doing so that they know that, hey, Michelle's launched a company and she's offering personalized coaching services and a free mini course. And if you know of anybody that needs those services, you need to go check out From 9 to Thrive. See? Real easy. And that's also for you too. So you guys are getting close to the end of the year, and you're going to put together your 2025 goals. And if putting together an escape plan for you to escape your 9 to 5 is in your goals for 2025, and then let's talk. Head over, DM me, say, hey, Michele, I am ready. I need help. I can sit down with you via Zoom, and we will, actually, I think it's via Google Meet, but whatever, via video. We will sit down, we'll have a conversation, we'll work on it together. I will give you support, we'll connect together in a mastermind. And I think this is very important. We're going to do this together. We're going to check in with each other. How are you doing? How am I doing? What can we do to help each other? And so this is the community that we are building. In the end, that is what we're here to do. And this is why we're building what we're trying to do, to build those lives that we want to live outside of that cubicle. So I've covered real quickly the steps on building the business and launching and making sure you have that foundation. These workshops, we're going to go longer or shorter depending on the subject matter, but I want you to let me know in the comments below, what else do you want to learn about? What thing are you struggling with that maybe we can do a workshop on? In the meantime, please head over to from9tothrive.com, grab our free mini course, and if you really want some help, I'm here to help. Sign up for a coaching session. And in the meantime, you guys have a great Wednesday. Keep on thriving, and we'll see you tomorrow.